What's up, everybody? Seth Lovell. I usually go by Sario. Now, this is technically my first actual video on my own for my own personal channel. Now, the reason why it's taken me so long, especially seeing as how I've been running with Reploid Productions and Fandom Night, which, of course, Reploid Productions just became Fandom Night because that was one of our bigger shows. The reason being is because Bill has posted a couple videos now. Our buddy Bill Bush, Reploid Bill. He's literally posted 2 videos in the last 2 days that finally lit a fire under my ass. So great that I had to jump up. And I'm a fat man who obeys laws, and gravity is a law. At least a little John Panette right there for you. Bill posted the thing about getting the gaming community back together. And I'll do another video on that later. For right now, because I only have a limited amount of space on my phone because I have too many pictures of my boy and too many games on my phone. This is literally all I've got right now. I've been moving recently. I was living in a tiny, cramped, one-bedroom apartment, and it didn't exactly look good. I know it doesn't look good right now, but, I mean, considering this is my refrigerator and I'm clearly in my kitchen, I've been moving. I just moved out of my 1-bedroom into a 2-bedroom. Like I said, I've still got boxes lying around. I'm currently in the middle of unpacking, and I just so happen to be in the kitchen putting away the rest of my dishes. And I watched Bill's video where he happened to mention a fact that's going to piss me off here. I said it a long time ago. Disney bought out Lucas Studios, and they bought out Marvel. When they bought out Lucas Studios, I was kind of whatever about it. Because, I mean, even though I'm a bigger Star Wars guy than I am a Star Trek guy, it's kind of hard to screw up Star Wars, considering the fact that Lucas is still alive to actually, write the scripts and get everything carried along. Now, the side stories they can screw up, like the whole fact of they've made 3 different Clone Wars now. And, no, they've made 2 different Clone Wars, excuse me. They let Genndy Tartakovsky, I think is his name, the guy who did Samurai Jack, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, and something else for Cartoon Network. Like, literally shows that I grew up on. They had his. Then they called it non-canon. That wasn't a part of the storyline, even though he was given full rights to make that part of the story. Okay. Then they made this CGI Clone Wars thing that was running, that was supposed to be pure canon. Now that's no longer canon. I'm like, fuck's sakes, 2 out of 2, really? Oh, now the comic books and the books are no longer canon? Fuck me. Oh, the games don't count as canon? Okay, well, the games have never really been canon. KOTOR and KOTOR 2, even though they're amazing, they've never really been canon. They've just kind of been more backstory. But off of that subject for right now, I want to get back to this Marvel thing. When it came down to Marvel, I instantly was like, no. Disney's buying this? No, I'm done with this. Then they said Marvel Studios would still be its own thing. Because my original problem with it was, how the hell is a movie company going to be able to run a comic book company? It's literally 2 different ends. Now it's all the same spectrum, because this here, my fist, represents, from here up, represents entertainment. So you have movies, music, television, comic books, and video games. Okay? Now, video games already get the short end of the stick because they're one of the newest mediums. So, of course, they're going to be hit hardcore. Books have already been hit hardcore, and television's already been hit hardcore. Television and movies. Because books and comic books technically fall in the exact same line because of graphic novels. Now, when it comes down to it, again, same thing, but 2 different ends of the spectrum. Because, movies are essentially automatically animated. Whereas a book, this is where it's animated. Your mind is the movie theater. You read it, you see the pictures, and you pretty much play it out using just like a few scenes. You know what I mean? Like, it gives you a couple pictures and you play it out. I want to compare it to something else, but, yeah, no, I'm not going to compare it to that right now. I'll explain it to Bill, and Bill can laugh his ass off, but for right now, the fact that Marvel said that they were going to be their own studio still and have their own decisions and everything, I was like, okay, that's cool. Now they've decided that because Fox Movie Studios owns the right to X-Men and the term mutants, no New Mutants, no X-Men, anybody who's teamed up with the X-Men, even if it's like once or twice, no. Like, even Spider-Man or Daredevil. Actually, I can't remember if Daredevil was. I think he might have been in one crossover comic, but... regardless. Nobody like that. It's all done. So because all that's done, the term mutants is done, you've just literally killed most of your continuity. You have no characters, no story, and no bad guys, no nothing. Okay, you literally only have a half of your people. Now, why a half? Well, because most of Stan Lee's ideas in order to give people their powers comes from being hit with radioactive waste, like Daredevil, which means something in his genes mutated, making him a mutant. Spider-Man, who was bit by a radioactive spider, which mutated his genes, mutant. There's the Hulk, who was hit by a gamma bomb, mutant. Captain America, even Cappy, mutant. He was given super soldier serum, which altered his DNA. The reason it altered his DNA is because he regenerates slightly faster. Not by much, but he regenerates slightly faster than a normal human being. Now, if he still gets shot with a bullet in the arm, he doesn't have, like, crazy Wolverine, Deadpool, like, just healed. But if a normal person gets shot with a bullet in the arm, and it takes him 2 weeks to recover, it takes him, like, a week. Type of thing. If he breaks a bone, his bone will be broken, but it will regenerate at the normal regeneration of a human bone takes 2 weeks to a month, I do believe, depending upon where it's been broken at, because I've broken both my arms. I broke a toe. My brother shattered his leg. My brother spent 3 weeks in the hospital. He shredded his femur, actually, which, for those of you who don't know, your femur is your thigh, the bone in your thigh. It's literally supposed to be one of the hardest bones to break. He shredded it like it was cheese on top of a pizza. Like, literally had splinters everywhere in his body. They actually had to cut his leg open, go in and piece it together like a jigsaw puzzle, put a pin in his leg and keep it kept up in the air for... He was in the hospital in April. He finally got out a little bit after school got out, so it was like maybe 3-4 months he spent up in the ER. And then, of course, the rehab. If that happened to Captain America and somebody like... We'll say he's in the middle of fighting somebody he can't fight right now, which happens to be the Juggernaut, and Juggernaut happens to go hit, knocks Cappy off base, because of course Cappy's going to hold up the shield and goes, "Kadoom!" and stomps on his fucking leg, and shatters it and splinters it. Yeah, it'll take Cappy maybe the 3 to 4 months to recover for the entire thing. Now... Again, those are just a handful of them. That's not Fantastic Four. That's not the fact that I do believe, Deadpool's out. They're building up to Thanos, and as far as I can remember, Deadpool's the only person to beat Thanos. So, good fucking luck, Marvel, unless you say somehow that, Thor hits Iron Man, and Iron Man does chest beam, and chest beam pushes Hulk, and as it's pushing Hulk, it's just agitating him more that he's got to go along with this plan, and he just gets uber strong and punches Thanos into a sun, so Thanos can be stuck in the gravitational pull of the sun for, 30 days before he finally explodes the sun and kills that entire solar system that they happen to be fighting in. Just saying. You know what I mean? Those guys are gone. Fantastic Four is now gone. And believe me, I've been a huge Marvel guy. I've always loved Marvel more than I've loved DC. But at the rate this is going, even though I haven't been keeping up with the comics in quite a while, because again, like I said, girlfriend, two-bedroom apartment, I need a new car because my car took a crap on me. of course, going and hanging out with the guys, which costs a lot of gas, plus, being at work all the time, so no time to go and get the comics. But regardless, through all that BS that I have to deal with, including buying diapers and wipes and crap for my boy, even though he's 3 and we really should be potty training him. Personal crap, I'll get to that on another day. I don't know how the hell they're going to do this. I don't know how they're going to pull any of this off. There's really no way they're going to be able to. Now, don't get me wrong. They said no new mutants. And they said anybody who's already a mutant who's inside of our universe, that's fine. Okay. Well, that works if they're already in the universe. Deadpool's only been in the universe once. He's already been in over at Fox. If I remember correctly, the new Deadpool movie, which is the actual, correct, legit Deadpool, and not some douchebag with his mouth sewn shut and, Baraka blades coming out of his fucking arms like he's in goddamn Mortal Kombat 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still Fox, too. So, again, I don't know how the fuck they're going to do this. I really don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're going to pull it off in the end, and at the same time, it's kind of like what Simon Pegg said a while ago, which is why he's been getting so much shit, is it comes down to a matter of comic books and comic book movies are supposed to be meant for fantasies, more for little children, not for 20 to 30-somethings to be going and seeing the movies and then walking out and arguing and debating to the ends of time on whether that was actually a good movie or not and whether everything was realistic and, they did this right and they did that right and this wasn't on the comics and blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a shit. I agree with him in that aspect that, yes, it's more meant for children, but at the same time, being still a child at heart like myself, my girlfriend rides my ass because I play video games more than I actually clean up around the house. I'll try to read my comic books more than I read an actual book, which I have 3 actual books I need to read. In fact, I have a book I've been writing for about 8 years now, in which it seems like every good idea I've had for the book has pretty much already been stolen by every other fucking movie. So at the rate this is going, my book's pretty much going to look like I've just stolen shit from everybody else and put it in the book. However, at the same time, that's also my fault because I'm only on page 50 of what's written down in my head of almost 6,000 pages. So, yeah. I still got a long time to go on that. Anyway, those were my thoughts on it. Like I said, it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense to any of this. But I'm going to try to get something recorded at least once a day. I'm going to try to post 2 to 3 times a day. Or not a day. 2 to 3 times a week. But the problem is I'm running off 4G only. I have no internet. I can't quite afford it. Again, new apartment. Need a new car. Electricity bill, which I haven't been having to pay for almost a year now, so yeah. At the same time, if you guys want to check out more of my stuff and more of my friends' stuff, go to Fandom Night, FANDOM space KNIGHT, because some of you guys are stupid and you just type in Fandom Night, all one word. No offense to you guys, some people are dumb. Go to Fandom Night, check out our stuff. Go to William Bush on YouTube. Do I really got to spell that out for you guys? William Bush on YouTube. And check out Bill's channel. At the same time, I've also been watching all kinds of other stuff, which most of those are big name guys anyway, so I'm not really going to give them too much of a shout out, but every now and again I might be like, so I was watching Game Grumps today and I decided that I'd bust out this game and, actually have me some fun instead of watching other people have fun playing video games. And God damn it, Bob. I watch and listen to too much crap, so I also have what I like to refer to as random quote ADD, where movies and TV shows and music and comic books and comedians and stuff just kind of get blended together. So if that gets obnoxious, tell me in the comments below. You all done building the tower? Okay, Daddy will come and, help you pick up your tower. I gotta go get my boy.